night, Austin Ward, Letterman Row.
Ryan, was this a lunch pail performance?
Yeah, it was, and it was brewing for a couple days. Again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. A lot of people took a lot of shots at this team over the last 48 hours, and it really hit home to me. And the way that our team played, not only did we physically get after these guys last year, but we did it again here at the end of the game. And I think it says a lot about this team. And I'm really upset and disrespected by what Lou Holtz said publicly about our team and Ohio State and Buckeye Nation. And we're not going to stand for that, because that's not even close to true. We had one bad half a couple years ago up in Ann Arbor. We did in the second half. But every game we play in, we're physical. We are. I don't know where that narrative comes from, but that ends tonight. This team right here showed toughness. They showed grit. They didn't give up, and they found a way to get that last yard. And I'm sick over those short yardages that we didn't finish, but that's the game. And the last matchup game we were in, we were one play short. This play, we finished it the right way, and I'm really proud of our team.
Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Ryan, on the previous drive, you went with the neck on the end around.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? And did that factor in your decision to go chip kind of middle?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we didn't get it the one before, and I'm really upset about that. We got to get that yard. And then on that play in particular, we got the look that we wanted. And we got 3 for 3 right there, and we thought that we could knife it in for 1 yard because, when they're inside playing defense, there's an opportunity to get the ball outside. We didn't do it. There was 4 opportunities where the whole game could be different if we convert in those situations. So upset about that, but I'm not going to be upset right now because that was one heck of a win for our team. It was a great win for Ohio State. It's always been Ohio against the world, and it continues to be to this day. And I hope everybody in Buckeye Nation enjoys that win, because to come in here to win like that after winning the way we did last year, because we physically got after them last year. We did. Put the film on. A lot of people make a lot of comments that don't watch film. Put the film on and watch what goes on. And for us to hang in there, because the momentum was going with Notre Dame at one point, and our guys stuck their foot in the ground, and JT makes a big-time play, and the guts of our team to go and win that game on the road. You're going to tell me this team's not physical, not tough? You're wrong.
Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
You talked earlier this week that the experience levels of these quarterbacks might be a factor in this game. You give the ball back to Kyle with 65 yards to go in 68 seconds. What did you see tonight?
Well, you judge a quarterback on third down, the red zone, in 2 minutes. Third down, I was just looking at the stats, was pretty good. 10 of 17. There was some nice third down conversions there. And then to win the game in a 2-minute drill, that's what great quarterbacks do. And for his first top 10 road game to be put in that situation and come through says a lot about his future. I mean, there was some big time throws in there. Hung in there, he's poised, and what a great win for our program. But yeah, for Kyle to come in that spot, that's big.
Clay Hall, WSYX.
Ryan, your biggest win at Ohio State, and how liberating is this to maybe get some stuff off your back?
Yeah, well, I'm happy for our team because a lot of people were taking shots at this team, and when it's one play away, it really hurts. But we just finished it with one play right there, and it's very fitting. And that's what we just celebrated in the locker room, and we'll continue to celebrate for a little while.
You were fairly emotional coming off that field.
Yeah.
What were you feeling at that moment?
Well, I've been emotional. The team will tell you that for the last couple of days. When I started hearing some of the things that we're saying, first off, it's not true. I don't know where people get off just saying things. It really upsets me. Put the film on. People make comments, and they don't watch film. Our guys are tough. They're physical. They do. They get after it. And they did again tonight.
And you said that was Coach Holtz?
Come on.
Yeah, it was.
Front row, Tim May on 3.
I don't know where he gets off saying those type of things. I don't. I mean, I have some other things I'd like to say too, but I'm not going to say that because I'm more respectful than he is.
Pass to Buka down to the 1-yard line. Key play, obviously, and then the run, the choice of the run with Chip, for the touchdown. What went into those calls? What did you see? What were you thinking? What was the message to Kyle, I guess?
In the 2-minute?
Yeah.
You're talking about the 2-minute drill?
2 minutes.
Yeah, well, we spent some time. Is Kyle in here?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, we spent some time talking about 2-minute today, right?
Yeah.
And it just talks about how when you work a game plan, you just keep grinding and you keep working and you keep working all the way up until 4 hours before the game. We met on 2-minute. We met with the receivers. We showed what we were expecting in that moment, and you never know exactly what you're going to get. But I think Kyle had good poise. I thought the protection was good, and there was some really clutch catches out there. Certainly, Emeka had a big one.
Over here to the left, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
You have one play, you run it. That probably surprised some people based on what's been said. Who made that call, and was there any doubt that you were going to run that play?
Me, I made the call. Was there doubt? I think I looked at the clock and knew there were 3 seconds left. So I'm thinking that's the last play anyways. You know what I'm saying? I knew we couldn't get 2 plays with no timeouts because we lost the timeout on the grounding. So I said, well, you know, at this point, it probably just makes sense for 1 yard. Not only do we need to get that yard for this program, but I felt like it was the right thing to do schematically.
Over here to the right, Ari Wasserman, The Athletic.
Ryan, you've done a lot of press conferences, you've won a lot of games, been in some emotional games, and I don't think I've seen you like this before. Can you explain just kind of like where your headspace was coming into this game and why you might be as emotional as you are right now?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no doubt I am emotional. Because, you know, in life, when people start talking and say things about you, at some point you got to put a foot in the ground, and our team did that, and it was a life lesson. It was. You know, we always say ignore the noise, but every once in a while, after a while, someone's poking at you, you got to stand up for what you believe in. And that's the way, I was raised, and that's the way I'm going to be moving forward. And I got a bunch of guys in there that I love, that I work with every single day, and to hear some of the things that were said, I mean, I get Ohio against the world, but we needed to go play like that today. We needed to win like that to stop that narrative that's going on out there, because it's not true. And to win like that, the way we did, I think it's going to do that.
Did that have as much to do with that last call as anything else?
Yes, 1,000%. And I think it's going to go down as one of the big wins in Ohio State history. I mean, it's one of the clutch 4th down comebacks on the road in a top 10 environment. And then, we had this home and home with Notre Dame to go 2-0. Says a lot about this team.
Spencer Holbrook, Letterman Row.
Ryan, in the 2-minute, Kyle looked better on 3rd and 4th down than 1st and 2nd down. Is there anything
You can ask him. He's coming up next.
you see that? You talk about this cool, collected character who never gets rattled at all. And then on 1st and 2nd down, he looks not as good as on 3rd and 4th down. He's completely passionate and decent. What goes into that, and what goes through your mind on the 3rd and 4th down when you see him drop that?
I haven't quite thought of it like that, but I'm going to now process and watch it the way you're saying it. I don't know if it has to do with, the concepts. I'm not sure. We'll look at it. I thought he made some nice throws on 1st and 2nd down, but he did his best ball on 3rd down. I thought played his best ball on 3rd down today. We didn't really give him a great opportunity down in the red zone. We were running the ball and down there a little bit more. Probably could have taken some opportunities. I thought he threw a nice ball on the one that they called back on the Mecca. That was a nice throw. Didn't quite work out, but the bottom line is he competed and won a game like this, and that's the start.
We're going to have time just for a couple more. Stephen Means, Cleveland.com.
Ryan,
Behave from that one, okay? Good.
for starters, how is Marvin after the ankle thing, but also they went out of their way to take him away at times. How did you maybe adjust to that as the game went on?
Yeah.
Put 2 guys on him at all times.
Yeah, I mean, we were trying to get it to him the best we could, but, when they decide they're going to double him in those situations, we have to, continue to try to find ways. But I thought he showed toughness. To come back after, he had his ankle pretty good down. He was down there for a minute to tape it up and to play the way he did. But he also, I've said this before, in a 2-minute situation, if you're going to double him, somebody's in a one-on-one. And every time we talk about bracket, Kyle, what do we say? Find the what?
One-on-one.
That's it. And so someone's going to be in a one-on-one, so they got to win, right? And so, Marvin doesn't get the catch to win the game, although we tried to get it to him right down in the sprint out. But his presence made a huge impact on the game. And if he doesn't come back after rolling he sprained his ankle. If he doesn't come back after that, maybe he doesn't draw the attention that opened up a Mecca. And again, you talk about toughness right there. That was toughness by 18.
Tony Girdman, Buckeye Huddle.
Ryan, before the game, Chips came up behind you and kind of eased your concerns. What happened there? What did he say?
That's our ritual. So he does that now. He always scares the heck out of me and rattles my cage. But yes, during the deep balls, he comes up behind me, and I'm like, what was that? And it was a little bit something extra before the game. There was a few extra things before the game.
What's going through your mind when you're watching the review, waiting for the review on his touchdown? Touchdown. I couldn't even possibly think if I don't get one of these calls. I swear I don't know what I would have done. I mean, I was like, there's got to be somebody watching right now, right? I mean, you can't take this away from us.
Any national folks that I didn't miss? Adam Rittenberg, ESPN.
Yeah, Ryan, you're the Ohio State coach. You're going to get criticism. What was it that really got to you that has led to kind of
that people said we weren't physical.
Not tough enough.
Yeah, they said we weren't physical. They were going to run the ball all over the place on us. And, I mean, where do people get off saying that? There was a half of football that I agree with up in Ann Arbor 2 years ago that was not very well done at all. It's bad. But when else has that happened? I want to know, because that's not true. And I take offense to that, and I know everybody else in Buckeye Nation does too. And so, we weren't going to let that happen to us tonight.
Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys' patience with me today. Yeah.
Right, defense.
Huh?
Defense.
Defense, unbelievable. Yeah. I got to talk about the defense.
Yes.
I thought the defense hung in there. They had the ball for 35 minutes, and they were out there for what seemed like forever. Although it was only 64 plays, it seemed like longer than that. But they hung in there, and they played well. I don't know how many explosives, but I don't think there was very many big plays, and that was a big thing going into the season. They played tough, and they didn't give up explosive plays. Hats off to the defense, a great win.
Specifically that 4th and 1, where they made the stop.
Huge,
right?
huge, yeah.
Goes both ways, this toughness thing.
Yes, sir.
Great. Coach, thank you very much. All right, folks, I'm going to bring up Kyle McCord now. Now, we're going to have players, kind of starting to dwindle outside. I am going to bring Chip Trayanum in here as well. We've got Kyle McCord, Dylan Davis, Delaware Gazette.
Kyle, going into that last drive, I guess what was going through your mind? Did you say anything to anybody say anything to you, or was it just kind of steady as ever?
Yeah, we practice those 2-minute situations all the time, and at that point it was just reverting back to our training, and just my job is to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers and let them do special things, and that's exactly what it was. It wasn't perfect by any means, but at the end of the day we found a way to make it work, and that's all that matters.
I know you're going to get asked a lot of how it happened. What does this win mean for you? Obviously this is the reason you came to Ohio State. For moments like this, you get your opportunity to have a win like this and go down in the ages for one of the best in the program history.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, you can't draw it up any better than that. Down 4 points with a chance to go win it there at the end, and a historic stadium, a great environment against a great defense. You can't draw it up any better than that. And to come away with the win, like I said, it wasn't perfect. Still a lot to grow on, but it feels really, really good.
Pat Forty, Sports Illustrated.
Now, if you could go through the throw, we'll get down to the 1, and then when the play call comes in, you run the ball.
And Emeka's outside, people, for anybody want.
We got to make that book outside.
Yeah. Yeah. So the play call that I ended up throwing to Mech, like Coach Day was saying, Marvin obviously draws a lot of attention, and they were playing soft defense, and Mecca did a great job just kind of feeling the zone, and at that point you're just playing backyard football, just giving your guy a chance to go make a big play, and that's exactly what he did. And then talking about the run. Like Coach Day was saying, the narrative around us is that we aren't tough, and I don't know how else you would want to draw it up. Last play of the game, a top 10 opponent, no timeouts, 3 seconds left. It's either we get that yard and win, or we don't get that yard and lose. And I think that says a lot about the boys up front. I know they're tired of hearing that narrative too, and I think it's just all crazy how it all came together like that.
Dan Hope, Lebanon Warriors.
Kyle, you mentioned what Coach Day just said. That's about as fired up as I've ever seen him post-game. With his emotions the last couple of days, is that as fired up as you had seen him?
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely the most animated I've ever seen him, and rightfully so. People were taking shots at him, taking shots at the team, and that weren't true. And I think we did a good job of just kind of staying quiet, but that was definitely fuel to fire. I'd be lying if we said that that didn't bother us. And I think we came out here, and I think we proved a lot of people wrong, but the bigger thing is I think we proved ourselves right.
Austin Huff, South Bend Tribune.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, on that last play, the touchdown run, did you notice that Notre Dame only had 10 guys on the field, or the D lineman was missing right where you actually ran the touchdown play? Did you notice that?
No, I didn't. I didn't notice. I wasn't. But the play before the sprint out, we had a similar look, I think, on defense. Might have been the same defensive call, and I saw that, and I'm sure they saw it up in the booth, relayed it to Coach Day. I'm sure he saw it on the field. So, as much as I would have liked to complete that pass to Marvin there, I think it was only fitting that we scored that way with Chip.
Lake and Lippman, Fox Sports.
Kyle, back to Ryan being so emotional. Were you guys hearing the same things? Were you reading them yourself, or was that a message that the coaching staff was communicating to you guys all week? And if so, how did they let you know that people were saying things about you?
Yeah, I know a lot of the guys aren't on social media too much, but at the facility, we have a bunch of TVs around the facility, and we definitely use that as kind of bulletin board material. And when you see people taking shots at your family like that, it didn't sit right with guys, and you know, I'm just happy that we came out here and proved ourselves right.
Chuck Culpepper, Washington Post.
Yeah, that was one of the harder 65-yard drives you'd ever see. It had a 3rd and 10, a 4th and 7, and a 3rd and 19. Do you remember kind of what you thought and felt along the way and how difficult it was?
Yeah, I mean, we're never out of it until, you know, there's no time left on the clock, and you know, as long as we got the ball and, you know, we got some time left, you know, the sky's the limit for this offense. And I thought the O-line did a really good job, the running backs too, in pass protection. It wasn't perfect, but at the end of the day, you know, our receivers did a really good job of getting open and you know, understanding what they were trying to do defensively, and you know, it was almost kind of backyard football-esque there at the end, just you know, trying to find the open guy, and you know, we did that, and you know, the rest is history.
All right, last question for Kyle. Steve Hillwagon, 24/7 Sports.
On that drive to throw to Fleming, it's 3rd and 19. You get it down to the 1-yard line. Is he the primary look on that? What happened on that play?
The throw to Emeka?
Oh, it's to Emeka.
Yeah, to Emeka, yeah.
Okay, what are you seeing on that play, I guess?
Yeah, so defensively they were just playing pretty soft, and you know, we called a concept that would just kind of give me the freedom to just feel where that window is, and you know, we've repped it a ton in practice, so you know, I kind of knew it like the back of my hand, and with the opportunity presented itself, just you know, putting the ball in Emeka's area code and letting him go get it, and that's exactly what he did. And then, like I said, I think there at the end, just great way to cap off that drive.
The emergency to get down there and spike it, and you still run 2 or 3 more plays after that.
Yeah.
This is like you repped it on Tuesday in practice.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tribute to our practice habits. You know, you always say that you want to practice like the game, and you know, we're out there at the Woody run those plays with nobody out there, and it's quiet, and then you get out here and you have to perfect it in front of millions of people, and that's exactly what we did. And I think that's just you know, a tribute to reps on reps on reps, and you know, guys making plays when their number's called.
When the call came in for you to run Chip off left tackle, what was your thought?
Yeah, I had no doubt, because that's what we talked about, especially coming off that game from last year, where we felt like we were really one play away, you know, to kind of have that all come full circle this early in the year. There's no doubt in my mind that we were going to get in there. Our line did a great job getting a push, and you know, there's no way Chip was going to be denied with the game on the line. So just a tribute to everybody in the offense, man. You know, what a way to win.
Great. Kyle, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring Chip Trayanum up for about half a dozen questions or so. We've got, I know I owe someone, Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
Chip, I guess just sort of thinking through everything that happens there, from the moment you hear your number called for that play to then what you see in front of you.
Yeah, it was definitely a rush getting on the field, you know, just to get on the field, get Travion off the field, but just to hurry up, get on the field, get the play call.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It was definitely a rush just to hurry up, get on the field, get the play call, and just get lined up and ready to go. But yeah, it was just getting fast and executing, just because, I mean, I had confidence in the play, and I knew my teammates had confidence in me. So.
Over here, Adam Rittenberg, ESPN.
Yeah, Chip, just as far as the review, I mean, did you think you were in, or was there any doubt in your mind?
Nah, I knew I was definitely in. It was close. But as a running back, I mean, you live for runs like that, the nitty-gritty runs, the runs where you're fighting with your body to stay up, making sure nothing touched. So, I mean, you definitely practice that and you envision that as a running back. But, man, God is great. This feeling, I mean, it's still surreal, but it's definitely a good Buckeye win to go into the bye week.
Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Chip, for you, how gratifying is this moment considering kind of your career here? You started as linebacker, you come back to running back, you're fighting for carries at running back. To get a moment like that, what does it mean for you?
It means a lot, like I said, and it just echoes the confidence that like my teammates and my coaches have in me, just to, you know, give me the ball with the game on the line like that, just to keep our season dreams alive really at the end of the day. So it means a lot that they have confidence like that in me, and I just knew the job had to be done. Simple as that. I mean, we always preach 1 play, 1 yard, and toughness and fight, and I believe that, I mean, that 1 play sums it all up.
Jeff Gilbert, Press Pros.
Coach talked about standing up for you guys in the last 48 hours. What did that mean to you guys as a team for him to stand up and defend you guys, your physical nature, and the way you guys play?
No, it means a lot. We back Coach Day 100% all the way. You know, he was fired up this week. You know, media was saying stuff, people were saying stuff, but you know, we do a good job of blocking that noise out. I mean, like you've seen us with the flag on the field, Ohio against the world. We truly believe that. inside the Woody and outside the Woody. It's really everybody against us, but we know at the end of the day, as long as we come to play our ball, it's always about the Buckeyes.
Brendan Gulick, Buckeyes Now on Sports Illustrated.
Chip, I know you've been asking a lot about your significant moment. Take us inside what it was like on the sideline. Marvin went down with an injury, reaction from the team, how you guys kind of rallied past what seemed like a critical moment in the game.
Yeah, it was definitely shocking and sad to kind of see Marv go down, but we always preach like a next play up, next play mentality. And that's why you have guys like that's why you have rooms deep, like our room. You have the wide receiver room, but shoot, it was ultimately, if Marv didn't go back in, it was Carnell Tate's time to step in the game and do his due. But it was definitely a blessing just to see Marv get up and get back out there on the field and fight for his brothers.
Over to the right, Andy Staples,
Chip,
The Athletic.
Do you ever tell your coaches, hey, in those situations, give it to me, or do you say that tonight? And then what does it mean that they chose you for that play?
I'm not a flamboyant person, all like that, but I am humble. But ultimately, just grateful, just knowing that like I didn't really get a lot of reps in the game tonight, but I try to make all my reps count really at the end of the day. So that's what I really tried to do. And when my number was called, I just made it. So that's what we strive on, competitive excellence. So
I'm sorry about that, Chip.
No, go ahead.
Spencer Holbrook, Letterman Row.
Chip, Ryan talks about Ohio against the world. You just talked about Ohio against the world. Could have been any of these guys who are from all around the country, 5-star players, 4-star players, but to be an Ohio kid and to be laying in the end zone right there and have Ryan say of the game, Ohio against the world. For you, when you hear that after doing that, what does that mean to you as an Ohio?
It means a lot, man. To be honest, like I said, God is great. Like I never even envisioned like a moment like this, but ultimately it happened at the end of the day. Just thankful, just because of a tough nail-biting game. I mean, we knew it was going to come down to the fourth quarter. I mean, we didn't know it was going to come down to the last play, 1 yard, but we always preached at the beginning of the game, keep swinging, keep swinging, keep swinging, and that's exactly what we did.
We go two more. Tim May on 3.
Chip, when the call comes in, you're watching the signals, right? You understand you're getting the ball, right? Do you have a choice on that play after you get the ball, or is it just all ahead or nothing?
No, particularly that play has specific reads. That play has specific reads to it, but I mean, at the end of the day, how I saw the penetration of the line and just how I saw Notre Dame coming off the edges, I just knew to stay tight to it. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just you either get the yard or you don't. So.
Do you feel like y'all proved that point that Coach Day was talking about being a physical team when the need arises? What point did y'all prove tonight?
We definitely proved that point. I feel like we proved that point all throughout the 4 quarters. Like I said, they swung, we swung, and we kept swinging. So, I mean, ultimately that point was proven. We strive on toughness, and toughness is getting the job done no matter what, and that's what we did tonight.
If there were any doubts about Cal McCord being the starting quarterback at Ohio State, were they answered tonight?
Hell yeah, there was an answer tonight. Kyle's a dog. Kyle's a dog, and Kyle knows like the whole team rallies around him. Like that's my guy. Like we got him.
Marcus Hartman, Dayton Daily News.
What does it take to keep your knees up? You said that's something you guys practice. What goes into that?
No, just something as a running back, just like with body control and everything. But you know, in moments like that, you know, it may all seem very fast, but I mean, at the end of the day, in the moment, those plays seem super slow, and you just know what you got to do to get the job done. And thankfully, I had the wisdom to know to keep my knees up. But yeah, just ultimately just landed out there, all for the last play.
Great. Chip, thank you so much. Congratulations.